Okay, hello everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm Kevin, and today we're back to our religion topic. So after our last topic about the immigration, today we are going on another topic. But of course, it's not about immigration. It's a short topic. Yeah, we could see that this is some topic that always happen in your life, wherever you are, even when in a good side or bad side. So our main character of the topic today is feminist. Yes, today we are going to talk about, are you a feminist? And what is a feminist? Yeah, that's very short and simple, all about feminists. Today we are going to discuss and I'll introduce with you guys about a feminist. So a feminist is a belief, okay? It's people who believe in the female rights. And yes, there's a lot of people believe in female rights, but there is a little bit of complicated in a feminist and people who believe that women need to have equal treatment. So let's come straight into our topic. So human rights apply to everyone, but on some group in the history, even very large one, often having the let's say the problems that the female not getting access to as many rights as male do. That means that women cannot access to good opportunities and yes, chance, and also how that they could get money to live by their own more than men do. That means the woman who want to work as a same job at the same job as a man will get paid, maybe paid less or not even being paid, like let's say with respect. Okay, so let's say like that. So there is some problem in the way that people access to the human rights, and when people believe that yes, woman is being treated roughly and they are not access to the rights that they need to have, that means they become a feminist. Okay, so for example, women and girls haven't always had the same rights as men and boys, and in lots of ways still don't. Here are some of the questions that women often have in their head and by their opinion about the worry, the worry about the things that they could get access to, or you could say the right, the things that they could have like a man or a boy. So let's come for some examples that you might see in your life or from people who are around you. So the first thing is about RF sport teams for women. So you can see that this is a very simple thing. Always we see football teams were made by men, right? Ronaldo, Messi, like that. Always men playing footballs. But of course, nowadays we already have the sport like footballs for women, and of course those sports always have spread and making two different groups, the men group and the woman group, because you cannot let men play with a woman because the difference between their strength and their durability is very big, and that means it's not fair. So yes, for this question, we already have sport for a woman to play. Okay, the next question, maybe you could see that will get interrupted if I speak up in class. Yeah, that things mostly happen for, let's say, students. Yes, but in Vietnamese, I don't think this is what we need to care about, because in my personality life, okay, in my personality life, I always see like woman, a girls stand out to help a boys, or even one girl's going to defeat or beat up a lot of boys, like she's just like warriors, just like punch this one, kick this one. There is no limit for the students, for the female students in Vietnamese. They are very strong and also very brave, but that's a little too much and unnecessary. Okay, so let's come straight into the next example. So now we are going to talk about some different examples. So the next thing I want to say with you guys is about the question, am I getting paid the same amount as men and boys at work? So this thing is not happen mostly in your life because from the development of the law. So the rules and the laws already made out the difference from the history, and they always paid for women as much as paid for the men. So this thing is nothing to worry. But maybe somewhere that me and you guys don't know, some people, some women still not get paid like men and fair as the boy do as work. Okay, so that's just some simple question and the examples for the worries of the woman when they cannot access with their human rights. So if people realize or recognize that women have bad treatment, they don't get the right they need, and they recognize that women and girls are treated unfairly compared to men and boys in the society, and those people believe that women need to be treated more fairly. We need to have to give them the fair. We need to give them their fairness. We need to treat them as men and boys. So that thing make you become a feminist. So after all, the feminist is people who already recognize the difficulties in women's life and their unfairness compared to the men and boys' life. And when those people recognize those unfairness and difficulties, they want to treat women as much, you could say, like a man or a boy, or you could say give them the fair human rights as men and boys have. So when you believe in that, you become a feminist, even when you are not a woman. Yes, become a feminist, not mean you are a woman. For example, I am maybe a half feminist. I'm not a feminist, of course, because I do believe that humans need to be treated fairly, and we cannot treat them rough, cannot give them difficulties more than the men and the boys had at the same things. For example, at the same job or the same subject. But I didn't really see any woman in Vietnamese getting struggle by human rights. Because why? So I think that the reason of this problem that the way women treat men is even more, let's say, different in Vietnamese. If you ask me why is that, so I'll answer that I barely see women being bullied in university or in high school of Vietnam. That thing is the difference between what we think about feminists, the things that women need to suffer, and the reality of how women is in a society or in a small society, especially for school. So I always see that our girl student yelling, like slapping, hitting, or even like swearing around the boys. And that's not a different thing, it's not something weird, because I already see it too much. But you guys know what? On the world, in the world there is many places. For example, America. If you get into an argument with a lady that I already seen on internet, that I saw, that lady always told that man that you cannot doing this, you cannot doing that, and then she ended up slapping the man. Yes, she ended up slapping the man really hard, right? And then after a few more words, the man decided to slap back the girl. Of course, that thing is not a good thing. It's a bad thing because harming each other is not making everything going down and also not solving the problems. So maybe that's just because the man's too angry, or because he can control his action, or because he's just a rude people. But that's not important, because after being slapped, the girls, or you could say, I mean the woman, I don't know how to say, I think that girl is using for young people, but I don't think that woman is younger than me, so I will call that sis or that woman said back with a words that I can't believe she said it, that you dare to slap a lady? Oh my god, you don't know how much, like, let's say, I don't know how to smile, how to laugh at that time, because it's just too funny. they slap people, they hurt them, and then after the men slap back, they use their woman right to talk like they cannot be slapped. They talk like they are God. Yeah, this is the unfairness. And of course, that thing only happen when the woman using and abusing the rights they get from the woman rights and abusing the respect that the man give them. So sometimes when things gets out of control, maybe women and also girls, you guys don't need to abuse your rights and don't need to do some rude thing only to get back a lot of consequence. And if you think that you could take that consequence, so that's your choice. But I'm not going to talk like you need to take consequence, because yeah, everything is good as long as you know what are you doing. Okay, so that's all about our topic of feminist and the woman rights. So I think our videos is a little bit long as well. So I'll see you guys in my next video, and it's time for a say goodbye then. See ya my viewer. Bye bye.